All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Detroit Lions and our home team. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. Check. 18 Gator. Leo. Defense. Set, go. Switch gears.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
The last run got 3. Now here's second and 7.
Check. Hey, check. 24. Smoke.
Here's a second and 7. Looking outside of his guy, man. That's Hoffman. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Now back to throw. And finding the tight end Hooper. He got 29 yards that time. From Viking territory now, they'll come up first and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Slam.
Back to throw.
I'm all over you.
And he's got his man on the out route. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Brings up second and 2 at the Vikings' 13-yard line.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
Let's get off the field, D.
They'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal. And again this time to the tailback. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. On second and goal, one man stands in the backfield, and that's Mixon.
Hey, check 57, Mike 57. All day, baby. Go. 57's the mic. Watch 57. Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it. 57's the mic. Mike 57. Hey, I'm coming.
Second and 5. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Now we got third and goal coming up, and couldn't you imagine being in that huddle, partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more than that 3. Play number 8 here on the opening drive. This is third and goal. Here's Mixon. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Lions take it right down and score on the opening drive. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And now look at him go. Touchdown, Vikings. Call that a 96-yard house call on the kick return as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Well, there you go. They gave up a score to start the game, and as quick as they could get it back, they did on the return.
And people talk back as fast as you can after giving up a score. No quicker way than on a kick return.
Let's go, boys. Bring it on. Let's go now.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. A good pickup there, 26 yards. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Mike 40, Mike, head up.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
No. Off. 61. Match box. Right. Shift. Watch the shift.
On 2nd down, here's Dixon.
Let's go. Come on. Run.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Back to throw here. And he will find his man on the outside. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. They just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there.
Here we go.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Get a roll. West. You go tight. You got tight. Let's go. Right there. Switch. Run.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Go.
Mike's 57. 57's Mike.
Here we go.
On play action, they'll throw. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Christian Kirk with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Lions have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes... Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Ready, ready.
Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4. Watch a slap.
Pilot, 64. Ready, ready.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Ready, ready.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Go.
From the gun, Tracy. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
General West. 5.
2nd and 11. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 28. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Tracy. And that will be incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold him to 3. And Elliott puts this one through. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Made by Jonathan Abram.
The Lions with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got coming up. The Lions with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Not today, you aren't. Not today. Haywood.
Tight dog.
2nd and 4. A quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
An 8-yard pickup. First down.
This quarterback now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Out of bounds at the 43-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
6 guy. Check 6 guy.
Watch the edge.
Check. Lucky.
He's checking.
Oh!
Now Joe Mixon.
Run,
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real. He's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP talk.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 33. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
He's coming. I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you. Check.
They'll run on first down. It's Fields. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Give the tackle there to Keon Crossan.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Delta.
Here's 2nd and 8. His throw caught right around the 6. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
Ready. Mike 40. Check Mike 40. Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come out here. Come get some. He don't want it.
They'll try to run for it on 1st and goal. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7.
Right there.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
We ain't beginning.
He'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Tracy. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Let's go. 60 outlaw.
59. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Hey, Echo.
On first down, Tracy going for it all. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now. Looking to throw. Tracy under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. And here the pressure from the outside linebacking spot.
And normally when that happens and they're able to get home, that means other guys on his team helped him out a lot. That they occupied people to allow it to be no less than a one-on-one situation, allows him to get home.
So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
Joker, 22, Jet, Bubba. 22, Jet.
They'll start here with a give to Mixon. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 41-yard line.
Check. 40's Mike. 40's the Mike. 40's the running. Let's go.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He gets this in the hands of Mixon.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Alert 3. On
3rd down, it's Fields, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And they had him bottled up, but here's a late flag, and a face mask is going to get a much better starting position. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10.
Ready.
Derrick Henry. And an alley to run. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they followed him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys, but you and I both know it's easier said than done when the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
It's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there. Now throwing on 1st down and completing it. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the 1st down. A 1st down carry for Henry. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
This is caught.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks, because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be.
And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Derrick Henry. His 11th touchdown of the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Elliott good on the extra point, and we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. 17-17 the score, all even to this point as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. There he goes left side. Touchdown, Detroit. That kick return TD is 98 yards in length as his guys are able to regain the lead.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust.
And that's caught inside the 30. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. The kick by Elliott is good. So yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? This is taken at his 4. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there, just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
54. Watch twist.
Now it's Henry. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Run. Let's go. 10 Lobo.
Tackled at the 25-yard line.
Baby. Get him, boy. Get him, boys. 80 weapon. Hey. High 7.
Mike's 5'4". Mike's 5'4".
Don't get nervous.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike.
Third down. Tracy. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line.
Baby. Let's get this all
First
day.
possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door And running into your stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Check three.
They'll set up a throw. That's going to be caught by Kirk. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
A gain of 9 yards. First down, Detroit.
This quarterback now 15 out of 17 through the air, only 2 incompletions. It's first down.
40's Mike. Hey, we heavy on the edges,
40's Mike. 40's Mike. Let's go, defense. Off. 66, bullet, pass. Hey, here we go.
Mike 40, check, he's coming.
They're going to look to throw. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. Foyesade Aluakan made the tackle there from his safety position.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 22-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let it go.
They'll set up to throw. Buying time to his left. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. His throw caught right around the 6. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Here's a run with Mixon, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Joe Mixon, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack it. On 2nd down, here's Henry. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
35's the Mike.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Mike 35, Mike 35.
Hey, watch the screen.
Back to throw. Tracy. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
This defense is continuing to contest.
Now they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain.
Anytime a fake doesn't work, we usually focus our attention on the guys that were unsuccessful. But how about the defensive guys? They have to plan all week. They have to prepare all week. Special teams, it looked like they were educated for that one.
Educated on their toes and getting a big stop. They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
I got you, boy. I got you, boy. Bravo. Mike,
2nd and 6. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Fields. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. On first down, Fields. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
At the 12-yard line.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Nixon. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Ready?
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Tighten up, tighten up. Pull it together.
They'll try and get the run game going. This is Henry. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
70, Indy. Recon, 132 fighter.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd.
Big River.
To throw on 2nd down, Tracy. Making the catch is Sternberger. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A gain of 32 that time. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
They'll let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
On 2nd down now, it's Henry. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Tracy. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Come on,
still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
Here we go. Mike 35.
On 4th down, Tracy. His throw caught at about the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Wow, first and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Back to throw. Tracy, and he whips that one incomplete there.
After that throw, and it was definitely one that he would love to have back, I wonder what's going through his head. I wonder what kind of mind game he's playing with himself to get himself back on track. Because a lot of guys, that's what they do. They have little triggers that when the mechanics are off or if they make a bad throw, that they go to that place to get themselves back in sync.
Bang, 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 bang.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. They'll look to throw on third and goal. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
Let's go.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as they'll go for it on fourth down.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
Mike 35, Mike 35. Come on, baby, come on, let's go.
35's the mic.
Not here. Mike 35, Mike 35. Check the outs, check the outs.
Ready, ready.
On fourth down, Tracy. And my goodness, this is incomplete. They have the play call on fourth and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And the Lions will take over.
Let's go now.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Get in the weight room. Chef. Check 3, check 3, check 3. Hatchet. Check 26, check 26. Hey, watch the edge. Undercrunch.
22, jet bomber.
Switch gear.
22, jet bomber.
Watch the twist. Check.
They'll stay on the ground, mix it again. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Sponge. No.
Nixon will try the right side. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. First down Lions on a pickup of 13.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
First seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cleveland Farrell, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back.
2nd and long. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's third down now. The Lions on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. He'll look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. Now the screen only good for 3 that time, and it'll bring up a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go,
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
On 2nd down, it's Henry. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. The Vikings on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Hey, Zoo.
59's Mike. 59's Mike. Check, 59.
Big rip.
Operating from the gun. Tracy. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
Check. Fresno. Check.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
2nd and 3. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
No. Off.
On 3rd down, it's Fields. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Defensively, they rally the troops to force 4th down after that 7-yard pickup back on 1st. Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on to kick it away.
All day, baby, let's go.
Their next drive.
Yeah. Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59.
Try to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. A throw over the middle taken in. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. A gain there of 21 yards. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And nearly intercepted. That would have been a hat trick, his third pick of the game. Instead, second down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Tracy. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a third down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The Vikings on third down. As bad as you can be. 0 for 7 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Crawford. He's got the tight end, Sternberger. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
Bullet hot.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Now.
Throwing on first down. Crawford. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it.
Crawford's pass.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Ready.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
35's the mic.
They're not ready. They're not ready.
Back to
for this. They
throw.
still playing
Tracy.
Y'all playing
Oh, he's going to
wrong
let this
football.
go for the end zone. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
To the possibility of the deep ball,
on, set.
and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Ready.
To throw on third down. Tracy. And he comes back with one complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard
So
Ready?
signs of
60
life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw. Tracy. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for them because it is a team game, right? And let's be honest, though. The defense did them no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line, film session, defense is going to be a real tough one for them. Offense, they'll get a little bit of praise.
Hey.
To throw again. Tracy. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him. 7 yards there, a first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Ready, break.
Mike. Night, sweetheart.
Hey, Haywood. Get it.
On 1st and 10, Tracy. Flush to his right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll run with a former Tar Heel, TJ Logan. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Hey, wahoo! 5.
On 3rd down, Tracy. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. From 8 yards out, and the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like,
get ready.
yeah, you know,
Doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
The tackle made by Jonathan Abrams.
Easy work. Leo.
A gain of
Coming.
4. It's now 2nd down.
Once again, they're running Mixon. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game.
Here we go. 6 yards. 40, Mike 40. I'm coming after you.
Hey, we're going Mike 40, Mike 40.
Hey, defense. Hey.
He'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone can stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Down.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. Just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31.
All day, baby.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
Wide, get wide. Whip.
Echo. Switch.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.